Hey everybody, today is a great day because we are back playing The Witness. Now, I started a new game just so I could kind of make this solving of the windmill puzzle a little faster. The first time I did it, I thought it was too slow and wasn't really that interesting to watch. And so I'm going to try and speed through this much faster. Alright guys, here we go. Alright, so at first, the very first time I ever played this game, I just kind of went, well, you got to go through black hexagons, and the other ways are broken. There's really no way to solve this other than to, hey, draw a windmill. That's kind of cool. And then it opens this door, and then this puzzle seems really easy to do because you got to go through the hexagons. So, what did that do? That actually does nothing. I forget which way to do it. Okay, so there we go. Okay. So, the first time I did that, I went, you turn a windmill on? Okay. I didn't know that this was an environmental puzzle. This is 4 environmental puzzles, and they're actually pretty simple. Alright, so let's start doing this one. Alright. So I'm going to get off here. And I'm going to get on here. Boom, that's one. Alright, so you notice that you can only do them starting off here. So I have to wait for this to come around. And they can only end on here. So I guess there's only 3. Yeah, there's only 3 on this. Alright, so let's get ready to go here. Now, you can get off on this one, sure. But I'll show you why you can't do that for each one. So the other ones you're going to have to get off on this. Alright, so I have to catch a ride on this guy. Now you notice I can't get right back off on there because I've already gone that way and I can't double back on the same places I've gone. So I have to ride this all the way around again to get to the other thing. And then from there I can hitch a ride to the other blades of the windmill. So nothing to do here other than to wait. Okay, now that I've gotten off on here, I can intercept this blade and then go and get the second environmental puzzle, which I will do. And then do the same exact thing, but then actually miss that blade so I can get the next one. And yes, it really is as time consuming as it sounds. So I'm going to hang out here and do the same exact thing. Okay, this time, instead of catching a ride on this blade with the broken tip and then going up there for the second puzzle, I am going to skip this blade by going down here and then going up to this one. Still takes a really long time. Alright. Just hitching a ride, and there we go. Boom. That is the windmill puzzle. Now, the reason why I wanted to do an entire episode on the windmill puzzle is because there's a lot of other important things having to do with this puzzle. Now, if you go down into the bowels of the windmill, you will see that there's this cool cave. That is a very well lit cave, actually. I think this is for like smuggling people. I actually don't know where that leads to. So I guess we'll eventually find it as we continue on. I'm going to pick up the pace a little bit here. Now, here is a rather simple puzzle. All you got to do is keep the... Ooh, okay. I forgot how I did this one. Alright, so you got to separate the black from the white, and I can do that by just doing that. That wasn't hard. Okay, so at first I didn't know what this room was, but this is called the viewing room. Now, it's got a cool little theater in here with... I guess those are baffles, so those are acoustic dampening, I think. I'm not sure. A little bit of rubble there, so okay. Now these puzzles here are the things you've seen me find these already. These little vault things. I'm not going to complete it because we haven't unlocked all of the vaults. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a separate episode once we unlock all of the vaults and we have all of these puzzle pieces. Then we can go through and we can view each one. So each in those vaults where you see those little hexagons and it's a weird kind of thing, it's a single thing and it opens the box up. You've seen me do these. I think I've opened 2 of these already. And it has that weird kind of hexagon thing pattern, which is unlike anything else. So once I uncover all of them, I will then play them through, and we can do that. All right. So in the meantime, let's keep going. Oh, I don't think I saw this before because I didn't go this way. All right. So a triangle means you can only touch the square that triangle is in once. Right. So I can only touch it. I'm only touching it this one time, and so boom. So those, I think those are called broken panels or whatever. Okay, so now these, I don't know if we've encountered them yet. We will definitely encounter them when we do the quarry slash logging area, because they get strongly introduced there. I think they're introduced in another area as well. But what these are, I started calling these serpents. I don't know what the real term for them is. They kind of look like the Half-Life symbol, sort of. And what they mean is you have to break a rule, and you have to loop them in with the rule that you're breaking. Another way that seems easier to think about it is that you have to leave something behind for the serpent to eat. So, for example... let's say I section these off. Okay, so I didn't do a good job of separating the black from the white because I left that white square in there looped in with the serpent, and so the serpent will then eat that white square, and then we'll have square harmony. So try not to... it's just so hard to avoid any kind of unpleasant comparisons. Alright, so how can we do this? Alright, so let's do this. Alright, so you see that the serpent on the right side, I've included a white square with a bunch of black squares, so that white square is going to get eaten. On the right side, the black square is included with 3 white squares, and so the serpent's going to eat that black square. Does that make sense? And it's wrong because I've included a white square with a black square and you're not supposed to do it. So I broke the rules, but I'm supposed to break the rules because those serpents are there. And so that's why it goes, oh, no, you're right. So I always go, oh, I didn't do it. Oh, no, I did do it. Now, something that I have incorrectly said to you guys because I didn't know is that I thought that these Tetris pieces, you could draw them, you could rotate them, and then just draw an outline around them. If they are parallel. So if they are perfectly square, you cannot rotate them. You can place them wherever you want in the area in which you've drawn, but you cannot rotate them unless they are rotated. I didn't know that before. Alright, so the way that I'm going to draw them is I am going to move them diagonally, and then I'm going to draw... So this one here, I am going to draw... Oh wait, that's not right. No. I'm going to move them. The top ones I'll move down, and the bottom ones I'll move up. Okay, so this one here, I'm going to draw this way. So I'm going to do an outline here. This one here, I'm going to draw an outline there. This one here, I'm going to do an outline here. And so basically, I'm just going to box this out and this out. Okay. So let's see if I did this right. Okay, so yeah, that makes sense. I hope that makes sense. I don't know if I explained that very well. Okay, so the first time I saw this, I had no idea where this would lead. And so I was really kind of confused. And so where it leads is to the dock. Puzzle's that? Oh, okay, so that puzzle right there, that panel right there, that's for the town puzzles. We're not going to do that for a few episodes. The first time I saw this, I went, oh, that so looks like you should be able to click here and then slide there. But which you can. That is in fact an environmental puzzle, but you have to be somewhere else. All right. So this is the dock. When we get to the logging area, I will be able to activate the panels for all of the stops where the boat goes, and so you'll see that later. Okay, so the first episode, when we came out of the castle here, we looked, I think, out from here, and we looked, and this was an area that so from the first episode, we've seen this from the other side. Alright, so if you think, well, that looks like an environmental puzzle. It is, but you can only see that when you're on the boat. Alright, so this puzzle, this environmental puzzle can be done. I think you have to be on the boat somewhere. So it can be done, but not from here. But you have to do one thing. And that one thing is you have to open the door so that orange can be seen all the way through. So we just have to open the door, and then this environmental puzzle can be done at a later date. I might just do an entire episode where I just sail around the island doing environmental puzzles from there. Okay, so when I first did this puzzle on camera, I said that you could conceivably draw around here and then rotate these two Tetris pieces and then do that. So one is just boom boom, and the other boom boom is just rotated boom boom. But you cannot rotate them if they are square, and I didn't know that, so I gave you guys wrong information. That's why I'm re-recording this video. Alright, so I have to separate this black square from there. So since I have to do that anyways, what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw this Tetris piece, boom, boom. I'm going to draw this Tetris piece, boom, boom. So they're just basically, they're like staggered. And then here I can draw this Tetris piece, boom, boom, and this Tetris piece, boom, boom. And then that's fine. Okay, so I'm going to separate that out, and then I'm going to draw that first Tetris piece, and then the second one I'm going to draw right under it. So I'm drawing an outline where those two Tetris pieces could fit. Okay? And then all I have to do here is draw these two Tetris pieces right there, and so that's really pretty simple. Ooh, push me back. Okay. Alright, here's another broken panel. Now you see there are two triangles in this square, which means you have to touch this square twice. So, once and twice. There we go. Alright, guys. So, that is all I wanted to do for this episode. So, I am going to take us back to the windmill so that we can get ready to do the quarry puzzles. Alright, so this might be a short episode, but I thought that it was very good to get that out there and to knock it out and do it quickly. The quarry puzzles are kind of fun. A lot of really cool environmental puzzles, which I've done in there. Okay, so let's get back to the windmill. Ugh, there we go. Alright guys, so that's going to be it for this episode. Bye.